Hi, my name is Tiger Woods. I'm a professional golf athlete, and here is Santiago, who's gonna ask me a few questions.
Okay, let's get to start. How many tournaments have you won?
Uh, Professionally or on the amateur level, or both combined?
Both combined.
I think I've won over 250 events, but professional events, I think I've won around 130. But the most important wins I've had 82 wins on the PGA Tour, which is a professional golf tour in the United States, which is the one you get the most money and the most important in all the world, where the main tournaments and main players play.
Okay. What is the thing you like about golf?
Uh, I like a lot of things about golf. I mean, obviously, I'm really good at it. That's why I like it. If you're not good at something, you're not gonna like it. Or it's difficult. You're gonna like it. But golf, I think I love it because it's not a normal sport. It's not like baseball or basketball where you need to move a lot. It's not because I'm lazy, but it's not a normal sport. You don't if you get injured, that's I mean in soccer or football that's the end of your career. But in golf, I mean, you can play golf until whatever age you want. I mean, you could also play soccer, but you cannot play at a professional level soccer at age 45. Only about 10 guys in the world are doing that. But golf, that's I think what's the most beautiful thing about it. You can play it anywhere you want. It doesn't matter how old are you. Well, of course you need to be able to move your hips and your back, but you can be 75 years old and still playing it. And I think also, I think I love, one of the things I love most about golf is just the beauty of the game because, it doesn't matter how good you get, how perfect you're hitting the golf ball, you can always get better. And also another thing is you can get really lucky in golf. I mean, in soccer, if you hit a bad shot, the ball's, I don't know, gonna hit the post or it's gonna miss the goal, or the goalie's gonna take it. But in golf, I mean, you can hit a huge variety of shots. You can hit it high, low, draw it, fade it, hit it with a lot of spin, with not so much. Every shot is different, and you can try to create new things. And as I told you, it doesn't matter how good you get or how great you are. There's always room for improvement, and I think that's what I love most about golf.
Okay. Who is the most important person you play with?
I've played with many celebrities, including Justin Timberlake. But I think the most important person I've played with, like in a political statement, I've played with President Barack Obama around five or six times. He's a lefty. He likes a lot of golf. He's not that good at it, but I've played with him. I've also played with former President Bill Clinton, who's also a lefty, but I think I've played also with George W. Bush, also another former president of the U.S. I think those are like the three or four most important persons I've played with.
Okay. How long have you been playing golf?
Uh, Golf. I've been playing golf for I think around age 5 I started playing, I think. Around 5. And so now I'm 43, so I've played golf for 38 years, and I hope I will continue to play for another 30.
Well, that's a lot of time.
Yeah, but I mean, if you like it, it doesn't matter how much it is.
Yes, of course. What is your biggest achievement?
My biggest achievement in my career, I mean, there are many. When I won the Masters in 1997, nobody expected it from me. I was just a rookie. I was like an 18-year-old rookie on the PGA Tour. I was a long hitter, but I wasn't really the favorite for winning that week, and also neither to winning it by 10 or 12 shots, what I won for. And I think that is one of my biggest achievements, but also another one is in '06 when I won the Open. Just as my father passed away, I won the Open in 2006, and I think that was a really low point in my career. I mean, I wasn't a low point in my career, and to being able to win the '06 Open, I think was really important with the passing of my father. I think that's also one of my biggest achievements. And another one, I have another two big ones. I mean, in '08 when I won the US Open, when I won my last major. No, when I won my penultimate major, it wasn't that great of a week. I was told I needed to get a surgery on my left ACL, but I told the doctor that I wanted to wait until the US Open was finished so I could have the surgery, so I could play in the US Open. And I played with a torn ACL. My bones were completely like had rotated a little bit more than what you need to. So that was an injury, and I mean it hurt, and I continued playing and playing, and eventually I got to the US Open, and I don't know how, but I won it with my torn ACL. I mean, it was a really painful tournament because almost every swing I took, it hurt on my knee, but I was eventually able to get over it and win. And also, another really important moment in my career, and I think the most important is this year's Masters tournament I won, the last major I've won. I think, I hadn't played golf for around 6 years, and from coming from that low point in my career to being able to win the Masters, I think it's huge because, I had back surgery, I had surgery on my left ACL, I had a lot of surgeries. I didn't even thought at the beginning of the season I was gonna play. I mean, I would never have imagined myself if you've told me at the beginning of the season that I didn't knew I was gonna play, that I was gonna win the Masters, because so I told you it was a really low point in my career. I think the lowest point I've ever been, from being the great Tiger Woods to just being the guy who was really good and had an injury. And I think being able to win the Masters after all the injuries, after all the divorce I had, after all the things I've went through, after all the things I've been through, I think is one of the most important things I've done in my career. And of course, one of the most important things I'll be remembered for.
Well, that is so interesting. Do you have kids?
Yeah, I have two kids. I have a boy named Alex and a girl named Amanda. Amanda is 6 years old and Alex is 12 years old. And I really love them. I think I'll give everything for them because, I just thought about myself before I had kids. Everything was me. I want this. If I won $1 million in a tournament, I was gonna spend it on the next week on on a great supercar or buying 3 houses. I don't know. I always wasted money. But now I've got kids. I have to think about them. I mean, now if I win $500,000 in a tournament, I'm not gonna go spend it on a supercar next week. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna buy, things for my kids because they're really money consuming. They need to eat and you need to maintain them, so it's a lot of work. But I think that has helped me mature as a person because now everything I want is my kids to be fine. I want them to be happy, and that's all I want now. I mean, even if I'm leading the tournament, I'm leading the US Open, and if it's my kid's birthday, it doesn't matter if I'm leaving by 5, I'm gonna go to my kid's birthday because that's what they want me to do and that's what they will remember.
Oh, what an amazing father. What do your kids think about you?
I mean, you would obviously think, I'm Tiger Woods, I'm one of the greatest golfers of all time. Every fan I've met always is like, oh my God, you're Tiger Woods, you're the best. I couldn't imagine something like you. You're the best athlete of all time. But my kids is like, that's normal. Like, yeah, you're pretty good. And so I think I've always tried to play better to impress them. I mean, even when I won the always try to. That's like my main thing because I want my kids to know how great their father was. I want them to really appreciate how great I am or how great I was in my prime. And I think they don't see me as amazing as many other people do, but I mean, it's a part of the process.
But thank you so much for this interview, Mr. Tiger Bolt.
Thanks.